Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Speed Demon Racing Network. My name is Ryan Wayne, and I will be your commentator here for tonight's events. Tonight, it's a Western North Carolina invasion, and we have two races here tonight in Rebel Valley Sim Club. We're going to start out tonight with the recently rescanned Rockingham Speedway, and we'll start with that for 50 laps. Oh, that's a terrifying image right there of a fan up close. But after that, we're going to move into race number 2, and that's going to be ARCA at Hickory. And for the first time in Rebel Valley history, we're going to head over to the Hickory Motor Speedway and do some racing over there with the ARCA Menard Series cars. We've got 6 drivers here loaded into this session so far, and Aaron May the fastest here in qualifying. So we have a 5-minute qualifying session here for the drivers on the racetrack. Take a look at the number 10 of Aaron May, as he's now going to lose that top spot to Ryan Rose in the number 78. 23.788, the driver, the number 78. And he's going to be P1 at the moment. Elliot Condra is third. You see him spinning around right there in that number 09 Napa Chevrolet. Those are the only 3 drivers that have posted a time here so far. We've also got Colton Bunnell. Make sure I pronounce that name right, in the Wonder Bread Chevrolet. Currently P3 at 24.563. He's already completed his second lap, so he'll go ahead and shut that down. See if we have anybody else that joins this session. And we've had 4 drivers here post time so far. And currently Ryan Rose and Aaron May will lead us down here for the green flag. Take a look at this weather so far. 72 degrees around this 1-mile racetrack here in Rockingham. Definitely suspect this will be an interesting race tonight. It's been quite a while since we've last gone to the Rockingham Speedway, and we'll see how this turns out. As we continue to wait here in this qualifying session, we'll see if our race admin tonight is Aaron May, the number 10. We'll see if he goes ahead and advance this session, because so far we've only got 4 drivers here that have posted a time in qualifying. All right, so while we go ahead and wait for this qualifying session to end in about 2 minutes, let's go ahead and show a video here with our partnership here on the Speed Demon Racing Network. The Speed Demon Racing Network and the R2R SimStock Motorsports Club have established a partnership. This will allow for both clubs to share races with the sim racing community. Make sure to check out the R2R SimStock YouTube channel for live stream races. If you haven't already, make sure you like and subscribe to the Speed Demon Racing Network channel for additional support. The Discord channels for both groups are listed in the links below. Now, let's get back to our regularly scheduled programming. All right, and now we're back here after our partnership announcement. We've got Ryan Rose still at the top of the charts. And we have about a minute remaining here in this qualifying session. We've got 4 drivers here so far. We're going to go ahead and take a look at the R2R Winter Series with the partnership with the R2R SimStock Series. R2R is currently doing a Winter Series at the moment. We'll go ahead and take a look at the standings here real quick while we wait. So we've got 5 drivers that have clinched their way into the playoffs, and the next races for the series will be tomorrow night, starting with ARCA at Martinsville and ARCA at Michigan. So we're closing in on the final run before the playoffs here for the R2R Winter Series. We have Chris Jennings here on the racetrack. I don't think he's going to have enough time to put in a lap. So we're closing in on 20 seconds remaining here in this qualifying session. Take a look at the driver with the number 8. Yeah, this timer is about to expire. We're about to go green very shortly. That's going to be the end of qualifying, and we're going to have Ryan Rose and Aaron May leading us down here to the green flag in just a few seconds. As the field starts the grid up here for tonight's race at Rockingham. Here's the starting grid on the left-hand side of your screen. Ryan Rose and Aaron May will lead us down to the green flag. In row 2, we've got Colton Bunnell and Elliot Condra. And then Mark LaRoche is a D&Q. Chris Jennings will be racing. And that'll be the only drivers here that are in our first race tonight here at Rockingham. Colton Bonnell's off the racetrack, so we'll have 4 drivers here for this first race. It's going to be a 50-lap feature race around the Rockingham Race Speedway. Ryan Rose, the competitor that last race back with Xfinity at Las Vegas, ended up coming home second place to Davian Tobin in that one. We'll see if he can bring his way into victory lane tonight in that number 78 Chevrolet. Aaron May, longtime competitor in the series, starting on the outside in row number 1. You've got Chris Jennings looking for his first career win, and then Elliott Condra trying to get back to victory lane as well. Was oh so close in his last appearance, and that was with the, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that was the ARCA cars at Kansas. But we're going to have 50 laps to decide this one. It's going to be Ryan Rose and Aaron May leading us down to the green flag as the pace car makes the hard left turn on the pit road. The starter has the green flag in hand, and we're racing here at Rockingham. Side by side so far, a clean start as Ryan Rose and Aaron May side by side going into turn 3. See the 09 of Elliott Condra is going to wash out the racetrack a little bit as Ryan Rose is going to get clear and he'll lead lap number 1. Great camera work by the iRacing to get these nice cameras here for this racetrack as we got a battle right behind for third. That was Chris Jennings and Elliott Condra. Condra a little bit of wall contact right there as these guys try to sort this out. Here comes Aaron May, the 10. Aaron May, North Carolina native. I know this is one race he definitely wants to look forward to winning. North Carolina native himself as he works to the back bumper with the number 78 of Ryan Rose. Rose starts to put in a little bit of a gap. It is now just over 0.2 of a second. As you see the 10 with a big run going into turn number 3. As here comes Aaron May to the inside, trying to get to the inside of the number 78 of Ryan Rose, but Rose is not going to have any of it. As look at Elliott Condra sideways in the 09. Great job by Elliott Condra to keep that under control. He's the last car here in this pack as we take a look at Aaron May and Ryan Rose side by side for the lead. Rose has led all 5 laps so far from this pole position, and we've had no changes here with our top 4, with the exception of the number 8 of Chris Jennings working his way around Elliott Condra. Yeah, the 10, you can see he's a little bit better in turn 3 and 4, but the 78 of Ryan Rose does a nice job on corner exit in 1 and 2, and been able to maintain that gap so far. Take a look at the leaders' lap times that last time by. Right, and take a look at the 10 is sideways. Nice save, though, by Aaron May, but a huge net loss to the driver of the number 10. We'll see if Aaron May can gather it back up, but Ryan Rose has been the dominant man so far as we're on lap number 7 of 50. Rich Jennings solidly right there in that 3rd position. They look back up front here with the 78 of Ryan Rose and the 10 of Aaron May. Let's ride on board here with Aaron May, the number 10. Might have been a little bit of a nudge right there for the number 10 of Aaron May as he's going to fall back in line behind the number 78. Keep your eye on Chris Jennings, slowly trying to work his way up there, around 24.321 that last time by. About 0.2 of a second faster compared to the 10, and definitely right there with the 78 as well. As you're looking back from the gearbox, the number 78 of Ryan Rose. Running a little bit of a higher groove compared to the number 10 of Aaron May. Big surge right there for the 10 of Aaron May. He's going to get to the inside. Here comes Aaron May trying to get to the lead for the first time tonight. 40 laps to go here from Rockingham. As here comes the 10 of Aaron May side by side. And we have a new leader for the first time tonight. It's Aaron May in the Snap-on Toyota. Ryan Rose right there in second place. We'll see if he can reel him back in after losing the race lead. But Aaron May is out front. Take a look at the 78 here of Ryan Rose. Again, one of the newer competitors here in the series. Last round a couple months ago, you see the 10 is in the fence. And that's going to open the door here for Ryan Rose to the inside. Oh, no! And he gets to the 10 of Aaron May. And the caution is out. Caution is out for the first time tonight as we had contact between the number 78 of Ryan Rose and the 10 of Aaron May. The two battling up front. But we're under caution for the first time tonight. Under caution here on lap number 12. Take a look at Ryan Rose in the 78. He's going to take over the race lead here. Keep in mind here with this series, we will have one set of tires laying around in the pits. And 0 fast repairs. You see a little bit of rear damage on the Snap-on Toyota of Aaron May. Looks like these leaders will come on to pit road this time by. I definitely suspect 4 tires and fuel. I mean, you've got tires, one set, might as well go ahead and use them. That's what we're going to expect here. We are pacing around under caution first time. We'll go ahead and switch over to our pit lane cam and see who wins the race off pit road. And then once that happens, we'll go ahead and review a replay of what happened between Ryan Rose and Aaron May. So it'll be Rose, Jennings, and then we're waiting to see who will be third place. See Condra and Aaron May both on pit road here, repairing damage on their machines. Looks like Condra is going to be third, and then Aaron May will be fourth. All right, let's go back and take a look what happened to bring out the caution. All right, let's watch right here. This is the 78 of Ryan Rose and the 10 of Aaron May. I see the 78 dives down to the bottom, and yeah, there's the contact right there. Just slips up right in that left rear quarter panel of Aaron May. He's going to pancake the outside wall with the passenger side of his car. And that's what brought out the caution. All right, lights are off on the pace car. We're gonna go 1 to green next time by. Your race recap so far. We're gonna be on lap number 16 when we go back to green. And it's gonna be Ryan Rose and Chris Jennings up on the front row here for this restart. Here we go. After our first caution of the day, green flag, and we're back underway here at Rockingham. Single file so far here between Ryan Rose and Chris Jennings. First time we have called Chris Jennings' name up front. And see if he can bring the fight here to the 78 of Ryan Rose. But Ryan Rose continues to lead here at Rockingham. There's Elliott Condra in the 09. Hold on to that third position, and right behind him is his friend. That is Aaron May in the number 10. Take a look at Ryan Rose in the 78. He's been the dominant man so far here in this one. He's right on board with the 78. Look at this run from Chris Jennings. He is right on the back bumper of Ryan Rose. Now run a mini diamond is that number 8 of Chris Jennings. See if he can peek his nose down to the inside of Ryan Rose next time by. At the stripe, it'll be 31 laps of racing to go here from Rockingham. Now Jennings switching up his line a little bit, starting at the top, working his way back down to the bottom. Gap stabilizing at about 0.2 of a second. During the camera shot, the number 10 of Aaron May got around Elliott Condra, so worked his way up into third as we continue to keep this battle up front between Chris Jennings and Ryan Rose. Rose continuing to hold point right now. So take a look at the lap times for these leaders that last time by. Look at this top 3. Very impressive so far from this top 3 being able to be this close in lap time. Aaron May currently the fastest car on track at a 24.023. I know he's going to want some little bit of revenge after that contact with the 78 of Ryan Rose. Need to go back up front with the driver with 78. Now Rose all the way up to the outside. Will the 8 get to his inside going into turn 2? Side by side potentially for the race lead. No, the 8's going to fall back in line behind the number 78. The battle of the 2 Chevy bow ties. Look at this run here from the number 8. Chris Jennings is right there. 27 laps to go here from Rockingham. Next time by, we'll be on lap number 25, and Aaron May has worked his way back into the fray. There he is, the number 10. He's 0.6 of a second behind the number 78 of Ryan Rose. And it's Elliott Condra trying to play the long game as well. He's back 2.3 seconds behind our race leader. Last time by, though, a 24.41. We'll see if he can save his tires and work his way back up to this lead pack. Next time at the stripe, we are halfway through our first race. Ryan Rose, a little bit slower compared to the number 8 of Chris Jennings and the number 10 of Aaron May. We'll see if he can hold on, but we've got a long 24 laps, 24 miles around this 1-mile racetrack. Rose has been the dominant man so far today, leading 27 of our laps today. Can he hold on for the final 23? There's Jennings in the 8. He has not led at all today. You don't need to lead all laps. You just need to lead that last one. Be able to come to victory lane, and he's right there, right in the wake of the number 78. Three-tenths of a second back is the driver of the number 8. Aaron May is also right on the back bumper here of the number 8 of Chris Jennings. These guys continue to pull away from Elliott Condra, who is now 3 seconds behind Ryan Rose. A 3-car battle up front here for race number 1 tonight. Here comes Aaron May to the inside of Chris Jennings. We'll see if he can peek his nose and work his way underneath the number 8. Side by side through turn number 2 as these guys are now side by side. Here comes Aaron May. And he's going to get clear, so the 2 drivers that have led laps today here at Rockingham are going to be the 2 that duke it out as Aaron May works his way into second. Take a look at Rose running that outside line. Aaron May keeping that car pinned right down the bottom. Gap down to 0.2 of a second between the 78 and the 10. Last time by, Aaron May about 0.1 of a second faster compared to the 78 of Ryan Rose. We'll see if Rose continue to hold on. I can do a lot of aero blocking here to hold off the advance from the number 10 of Aaron May. At the stripe, it'll be 18 laps to go. Chris Jennings has fallen off the pace a little bit. He's down 0.2 of a second compared to our 2 leaders. Back to 1.4 seconds behind Aaron May and Ryan Rose. And you've got Elliott Condra, who's also another 2.7 seconds back behind the number 8 of Chris Jennings. He's riding around at this point, hoping for a caution. Go back up front. Ryan Rose leads by 0.2 of a second. He's one of the drivers that has never won here in Rebel Valley. We'll see if he can pull it off tonight. So we have 16 laps to go here at Rockingham. Michael Good said, nice commentary. Appreciate that, Michael. Hey, you gotta have slip up sometimes. I mean, it just happens. Gap continues to stabilize around 0.2 of a second as Brian Rose leads with 15 laps to go. We've got our recap so far. Ryan Rose has led 35 of our 36 laps. The guy right behind him is the only other driver to lead so far in this race, and these 2 have been the top 2 pretty much most of the night. And we'll see if they can continue to duke it out here with 14 to go. We've had 1 caution here so far in this race, and that involved number 10 of Aaron May after contact with the 78 of Ryan Rose going into turn number 3. As these 2 are going to be the lone 2 drivers to fight this out unless they both crash each other. Michael Good also pulling for Aaron May to pull this off. And if Aaron does pull this off, I believe this will be career win number 5 for him here in Rebel Valley. His last win came with ARCA at Chicagoland after making a last lap pass, a 3-wide last lap pass for that matter, on Chase Ingram and Nathan McLaughlin. See, he's fallen back to almost 0.5 of a second. Ryan Rose. Chris Jennings has brought that number 8 to pit road, and I believe he's going to call it a night. And Chris Jennings is off the track, so we just have 3 drivers remaining here in this race with Ryan Rose, Aaron May, and Elliott Condra. Has Ryan Rose done enough to save his stuff? Aaron May back to about 0.5 of a second compared to the 78 of Ryan Rose. Take a look at the leader's lap times that last time by. Elliott Condra was the fastest car on the racetrack, but he's got a long way to go if he's going to catch up. 4.4 seconds behind our race leader. Ten laps of racing here from Rockingham. Take a look at the gap here. 0.5 of a second for Ryan Rose, trying to get career win number 1 here in Rebel Valley. Gap now to 0.8 of a second compared with the 78 and the 10, as Aaron May used up his equipment and tried to run down the 78 of Ryan Rose, as he's fallen back to now almost 1 second behind the 78. And Elliott Condra is going to need a caution here from these front two if he's going to have any chance to start up there with the rest of these guys and potentially steal this one. He's 4.2 seconds behind the race leader and about 3.3 seconds behind Aaron May. Oh, well, that 78 just got into the wall there. That's going to slow him down. It looks like he tried to drive that Larson line. It just did not work out for him. Gap now down to 0.9 of a second. Take a look at the sponsor on that number 78. Some kind of electric. There we go. Brett's Electric. Number 78 machine, Ryan Rose. 4,158 I rating. He has never won here in Rebel Valley, and looks like he might be victorious in just 6 more laps. Aaron May down to almost 1.2 seconds behind Ryan Rose. We have 5 laps to go here from Rockingham. Aaron May tried to run that line. That did not work either. Now down to almost 1.4 seconds. Yeah, Elliott Condra putting up some good laps right now, but 25.05, the fastest car on the racetrack, but like you said, Mike Good, yeah, I don't think he's going to have enough time to even catch up. Yeah, Aaron May down to 1.5 seconds. Look at Michael Good spamming in the chat. Unless we got a caution, this is all Ryan Rose's race to lose. It's next time by will be 3 laps to go. Yeah, Contra, the fastest car on the racetrack right now, to 25.163. He has closed that gap down to 1.8 seconds on Aaron May, but we have enough time to catch up to number 10. But it's been the Ryan Rose show here so far, and 2 more miles away from his first career win here in Rebel Valley. That gap continuing to grow for the driver of the number 78. It is now extended to almost 3 seconds over the driver of the number 10 of Aaron May. And next time by will be the white flag for Ryan Rose. What a great drive for the driver of the number 78 here tonight at Rockingham. He has led 49 laps tonight. He has led all but 1 lap. April 16th was the last time we ran with Rockingham. It was Daniel Mosteller with trucks, and we're going to have a first-time winner coming to the checkered flag. Ryan Rose is going to win here at Rockingham. And for the first time in his Rebel Valley career, Ryan Rose is going to go to victory lane in a dominating performance, leading all but 1 lap tonight here at Rockingham. And Ryan Rose is going to go to victory lane. Ryan, if you are in the Discord, go ahead and head over to the interviews channel so if I get an interview with you. If not, I'll go ahead and keep the camera on and we'll advance to our second race of the night. Let's take a look at some contact on pit road with the 09 and the 10. Just having a little bit of fun there at the entrance pit road. And Ryan Rose is going to park it at the start-finish line, and that's going to be it. For the first time in his career, Ryan Rose is going to go to victory lane. As we're going to take a look at the results here on the left side of your screen, Aaron May came home second. Elliott Condra was third. Chris Jennings fourth, and those are the 4 drivers that participated in tonight's races, or tonight's race, excuse me. And then Mark LaRoche, Frank DeAngelis, and Colton Bonnell did not post a lap. And That's going to be all she wrote here for race number 1. Congratulations once again to Ryan Rose. So expect a little bit of a burnout, but hey, parking at the start-finish line works too. So we're going to go ahead and advance to the next session. It's going to be ARCA at Hickory, and for the first time in Rainbow Valley Sim Club history, they're going to run at the Hickory Motor Speedway. So give me about 5 to 10 minutes to get this set up, and we'll see you soon. All right, for the first time in Rebel Valley history, we're going to run at Hickory Motor Speedway. We're going to start out here with the ARCA Series cars. And you might be wondering, why Hickory Motor Speedway with the ARCA cars? Well, after the recent announcement on Tuesday, ARCA Series East will be starting their season at Hickory Motor Speedway. That's the first race on their schedule, and to commemorate that, why not run at Hickory Motor Speedway here for the first time in Rebel Valley history? And we've got 3 drivers here so far in this session. And we've got Brad Matthews in the number 30, the Cletus McFarland car. Wyatt Blair, and Wyatt Blair trying to go for another win here. Ended up winning last week at Iowa after a very controversial finish with Chase Ingram and Chase Krall. After Chase Krall intentionally wrecked Chase Ingram on the final lap. And ended up giving the win to Wyatt Blair because of the over-aggressive driving for the driver, the number 88 of Chase Krall. So Wyatt Blair came away with the victory. See, he's in this session driving the number 29 MC Motorsports Chevrolet, currently P3 right now. We got Aaron May still the fastest on the racetrack at a 15.116. I also want to welcome Brad Matthews here for his first race in Rebel Valley, currently P2 at the moment. So, with the ARC cars, they do not have a setup for Hickory. So after some testing, decided to go with the bullring setup, the Las Vegas bullring setup, just to test this out and see how this goes tonight. Take a look at Wyatt Blair in the number 29. It's a very small racetrack, only 3.36 miles around this track in western part of North Carolina, in Hickory, North Carolina. The hometown of NASCAR great Dale Jarrett and his father Ned Jarrett. So good to go back to some racing roots here at Hickory Motor Speedway. Let's take a look at the 3 drivers currently on track here in practice. So just to get a little bit more practice time, I decided to set this for a 15-minute practice session just so these guys can get acclimated to the track. This is a brand new track here. It's never been run in Rebel Valley, like I've said a couple times so far in the broadcast. These guys some practice here with this track before we move on. Take a look at Aaron May in the number 10. He's still the fastest car on the racetrack at a 15.12. Right here with Wyatt Blair, the number 29. This will be a good litmus test here in practice, just to figure out how these cars will maneuver around this 0.36 mile racetrack. You have these 3 cars in the session. Wyatt Blair has posted the most laps here in this practice session at 16 laps. Aaron May at 15, and then Brad Matthews at 5 laps. We're over halfway through this practice session. The Wyatt Blair is going to bring that down to pit road. So the format here for tonight, if we do get more than 20 drivers, is I'm only going to do only 20 cars around this racetrack. I believe there were only 16 pit stalls when I set this session up. Like yeah, that's right. There's only 16 pit stalls for this track. But I wanted to do about 20 cars in this race if we did get that type of field, just to get an idea of how this would run. If we had more than 20 drivers, 21st through 30, so there's 30 maximum allowed drivers here in the session, would not be allowed to race. It's just going to be the top 20. As of right now, we only have 3 drivers here in this race. Close in on the final 5 minutes of this practice session. While we go ahead and wait for qualifying, let's ride with our Iowa winner, Wyatt Blair, in the number 29. I have a feeling this will put on a pretty good race tonight. Hopefully it's not like the last short track race at Iowa. It just turned into absolute chaos after the green-white checkered. Looks like Brad Matthews has left, so we're down to just 2 drivers here. So it might be a 1v1 duel between Wyatt Blair and Aaron May. Wyatt Blair, one of the drivers competing in the R2R SimStock Winter Series. These guys have run almost 30 laps here in this practice. Got another guy that's just joined, Dylan Bongiovanni. I want to make sure I pronounce that name right. He's just joined the session. We have another guy here loading in. And sideways there for the number 10 of Aaron May. Let's take a look at the number 4. Another newcomer here in the series. This is Dylan Bongiovanni. Celsius Ford. The nice 4-wheel slide there in turn number 1. It's going to get it back together here to try to recoup. I just noticed with Wyatt Blair, is that like Kevin Harvick's pit symbol? Doesn't he? They used to call him Happy Harvick. We used to have that pit symbol, if I'm not mistaken. We're having a little bit of a time right now as he's going to bring it on to pit road, but look at Wyatt Blair going on to the racetrack. So Bongiovanni is left, so it looks like we're down to 2 drivers here with Wyatt Blair and Aaron May. Wyatt Blair continuing to post laps on the racetrack. This is his 36th lap here in practice. And that should be the end of practice, and we'll move into qualifying here for this race. All right, it's time to move on to qualifying here at Hickory Motor Speedway. I don't know if it's America's most famous short track, but we'll see how this racing goes tonight. First driver you're watching here, this is Wyatt Blair in the number 29. We also have Aaron May in the number 10. These are the only two drivers that have loaded into the session, so we're going to have a true 1v1 brawl around Hickory. Aaron May at a 15.025. We'll see how he does here for lap number 2. This is going to be the lap that counts. 14.972 for the driver of the number 10. And here's Wyatt Blair's time. 15.33. So Wyatt Blair will be starting second, and Aaron May will be on the pole here at Hickory. That's cool. I just noticed this track has a restart zone. All right, so those are the two drivers that are in this session. We'll see if our admin is going to advance the session here. If not, we'll just go ahead and wait this out here for the last 3 minutes before we move on to the main event. Just take a look at the scenic views around Hickory Motor Speedway. Again, Aaron May and Wyatt Blair are the only two drivers that are loaded into this session. And it looks like Jeremy Beauchamp has actually just joined as well. As soon as I said that, Jeremy Beauchamp is loading in. Looks like we're going to have possibly 3 drivers competing tonight here at Hickory. So we have about 2 minutes remaining here in this qualifying session. Again, Aaron May on the pole as of right now, with a 0.4 of a second gap over the number 1 of Wyatt. Well, excuse me, number 1 on the sim, but number 29 Wyatt Blair. We'll see if the number 69 of Jeremy Beauchamp puts up a time once he loads into the session, but looks like it's mainly going to be Aaron May and Wyatt Blair battling this out. All right, there is the number 69. That's a great quote right there on the side of that number 69 Chevrolet. Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet of Jeremy Beauchamp. I believe he's run at Rebel Valley before, if I'm not mistaken. I'll have to go back and look over the stat sheet, but yeah, he actually has. Jeremy Beauchamp has won 1 race, and that was asphalt with Xfinity at Bristol. So he does have 1 career win here in Rebel Valley. You got to go all the way back to December 1st, 2023. His It's race number 311 all-time here in Rebel Valley. And that was the last time that Jeremy Beauchamp has won, and that was his lone career win in the series. So welcome back, Jeremy, to the channel, and we'll see what he can do tonight. See if he can possibly get career win number 2. All right, so it looks like that's going to be the end of qualifying here. It's going to be Aaron May and Wyatt Blair leading us down to the green flag as we take a look at, again, the seating views around Hickory. Let's be able to get lined up. And there's our starting grid here on the left of the screen with Aaron May and Wyatt Blair. We got Jeremy Beauchamp, who's going to be third. Brad Matthews has left the session along with the number 4 of Dylan Bon Giovanni. So, we're just going to have 3 drivers tonight. We have 2 Chevrolets and 1 Ford. That lone Ford being the number 10 of Aaron May, who is on the pole here for our race at Hickory. It's going to be 2 pace laps around this racetrack. This being a short track, it's going to be 2 pace laps. We got the winner of the last short track race, Wyatt Blair, starting in second. We've also got another guy that joined back for the first time in quite a while, trying to get career win number 2. That is Jeremy Beauchamp in the number 69 Chevrolet. Aaron May, who has the most wins of the drivers that are currently in this session. Trying to get career win number 5. Wyatt Blair going for career win number 3. And then Jeremy Beauchamp going for career win number 2. Rebel Valley about to make history for the first time as it's going to be running here at Hickory. And we're underway here at Hickory. Leading the first lap around Hickory Motor Speedway, it'll be Aaron May, the number 10. He's opened up to about a 0.4 of a second gap over the number 29 of Wyatt Blair. As you see right behind him, that is Jeremy Beauchamp and the number 69. The 29 of Wyatt Blair clipping that apron. Trying to get some momentum off the corner, but here comes Jeremy Beauchamp in the 69. These laps are going to click by around this racetrack. We're looking at 14 to 15 second lap times. And if we continue to go green, this race might end in like 15 minutes. So we'll see how this all plays out. But Aaron May has led all 5 laps so far. He just ran the fastest lap. As soon as I say that, Jeremy Beauchamp has run the fastest lap of the race at a 15.062. Here comes the 69 to the inside of Wyatt Blair here for second place. Oh, around goes Beauchamp. End of the wall he goes. No caution as of yet. They're keeping this green. Kind of surprised that wasn't a yellow flag. As Beauchamp is still stopped here on the apron of the racetrack. All right, they'll keep this green for now. It's going to be Aaron May out front. Wyatt Blair in second. Beauchamp's going to have a little bit of help here if he's going to get back in this race. Keep our eye here on this number 69. Take over the 10 of Aaron May, who's out front by 0.4 of a second over Wyatt Blair. Let's look back at the gearbox, this number 10. With the recap so far, I do want to apologize. I said this was 50 laps. This is actually 60 laps. An extra 10 laps around this racetrack. I believe I was trying to do 40 and 60, but I ended up doing trying to do 50-50 and ended up doing 50-60. So that's my mistake on the lap count. So 60 laps around Hickory Motor Speedway, and Aaron May has led all 14 laps here so far. Aaron Hockamp has really been putting down some good laps after that spin. Ran a 14.84 that last time by. I know that a caution was definitely something he was looking for to get back into this race, but we'll see if he can unlap himself here, and this race continues to go green, but it's Aaron May out front. Wyatt Blair right now chilling in second place, currently about 1.4 seconds behind the number 10 iRacing Ford of Aaron May. Jeremy Beauchamp will continue to look for a caution here, as he's really putting down some good laps right now. Still the fastest car on the racetrack by 0.2 of a second. Yeah, just watching the telemetry here with our race leaders, these guys are not even reaching 100 miles an hour before they get into turn number 1. It's just an instant braking zone around these sharp hairpin turns around Hickory, and kind of entertaining to watch here so far. You see Aaron May is starting to gap this out now by almost 2 seconds over Wyatt Blair. There's Jeremy Beauchamp there, the number 69. 15.21 that last time by, so still faster compared to our race leader, Aaron May. And he's going to have some help if he wants any chance to get back in this race. Aaron May now out to a 2.8 second lead over the number 29 of Wyatt Blair. Look at the lap times that last time by. Wyatt Blair running 15.4 as compared to the 15.2 Aaron May. See if he can pick up the pace a little bit as we get into this long green flag run. We've been 23 laps green so far. Aaron May has led them all. He's trying to become the first driver to ever win at Hickory Motor Speedway in Rebel Valley Sim Club Series. His first career win in Rebel Valley came with the ARCA cars at Daytona. On a last lap push from Marty Schmela, he was able to propel and get his first career win in Rebel Valley. And now he's trying to go for career win number 5 here in the series, as he continues to lead here on lap number 26. There's Jeremy Beauchamp in the number 69. Looks like he is starting to catch the number 29 of Wyatt Blair. I've been very impressed with the lap times of this number 69. I really feel like if he stayed with this pack, I think we'd have a really good battle with the race lead. 15.116 that last time by with the driver of the number 69. And he's right there on the back bumper of Wyatt Blair. Might give him a little bit of a nudge, maybe. Now he's going to try a different line here. He's going to run a little bit of a diamond pattern. Look at this run here on the number 29 of Wyatt Blair. And Beauchamp's going to get clear. We'll see if he can unlap himself before this race is over with. Next time by, it'll be halfway through our race here at Hickory, as Aaron May continues to lead. Take a look at the lap times here on the left-hand side of your screen. Wyatt Blair starting to fall off a little bit. 15.5 that last time. We now have 30 laps remaining as we are halfway through here at Hickory. You look at the 10 of Aaron May continuing to lead. See if we got any. Keep your eye on Jeremy Beauchamp as well, and that number 69 Chevrolet. Yet I'm very impressed with his lap times, considering he spun out on lap number 6, and we're right there. I mean, look at his lap times. I mean, he's about a tenth of a second faster compared to the 10 of Aaron May. I mean, 2/10 that last time by. So we'll see if Beauchamp can unlap himself, but it's all Aaron May's race to lose at the moment. Up by 8 seconds over Wyatt Blair. This race has been 9 minutes into this session, and we're already down 35 laps. It is definitely going by quick. We'll see if they can go green the rest of the way from here, but it's Aaron May out front with 24 to go. Jeremy Beauchamp still a lap down right now, that number 69. And Wyatt Blair 9 seconds back behind the number 10 of Aaron May. There's Beauchamp in the 69. There's Aaron May in the 10. Now up by 10.6 seconds. A huge gap for Aaron May. His next time by, it'll be 20 laps of racing to go. Unless he gets a miracle, Wyatt Blair trying to go back-to-back on short tracks. That controversial finish last week with the chases, Chase Crawl and Chase Ingram. He was able to work his way into victory lane. He said this was one of his favorite wins of his Rebel Valley career. Really wanted to win one in remembrance of his grandma, and it was cool to be able to see him get that victory at Iowa after what happened, and we'll see if he can get back into victory lane here, unless there's a miracle that happens. He's under attack very soon here from the number 10 of Aaron May of being lapped. "43 laps are in the books here, and Aaron May has led them all here from the pole position. He led 1 lap in the last race at Rockingham, and the North Carolina native is trying to get a win on one of the home tracks, I guess you would say. There's a bunch of racetracks in North Carolina, but this will be a big win for Aaron. I know he would be happy to come away with this one in his home state. Wyatt Blair now about 13 seconds behind the number 10 of Aaron May. Take a look at him right there. Wyatt Blair going into turn 1. Aaron May just crossed the start-finish line, so definitely going to potentially lap this number 29 here very soon. Take a look at the lap times here. 15.3 for our leader, and Jeremy Beauchamp still posting the fastest times on the track at a 15.265. There's Wyatt Blair in the 29. At the moment right there, right at the start-finish line. Look at Jeremy Beauchamp. It's really what could have been if that caution came out for the 69. He was running some great lap times to catch up here to our race leader. And he's still putting up good times right now, 15.249, but really interesting to see if he was able to stay on that lead lap. But we're going to have 11 laps to go here for Aaron May. Wyatt Blair, the second place car, is right in front of him. See if Wyatt Blair puts up a fight or what happens here. 29 is going to wash up the racetrack, and that's going to open the door here for Aaron May with 10 laps to go. Lap times have fluctuated back and forth here between the 10 and the 69 for who's the fastest. Right now, it's a 10 of Aaron May, unless we see a change here with the 69. No, it's Aaron May still the fastest car on the track. Lap time fall off, we're seeing about 0.5 of a second fall off, between 0.5 and about 0.8 of a second fall off here on this long green flag run here at Hickory. We've been clean and green so far for every lap in this race. Next time by, it'll be 7 laps to go here for Aaron May. .38, his last time by. 3:08, excuse me. We have 6 laps remaining here at Hickory. Blair and Beauchamp. Beauchamp. We'll go with Beauchamp. Aaron May has led them all here so far, and in 4 more laps, he's going to go to victory lane and get career win number 5 here at Rebel Valley. Three more times around here from Hickory. Aaron May has a 1-lap advantage over the rest of the field. We had 3 cars enter this race, and in 2 more laps, Aaron May is going to go back to victory lane. Here's Beauchamp and Wyatt Blair as Wyatt Blair's off the pace. Next time by, it'll be 1 lap to go here for Aaron May. 15 minutes has elapsed here in this race session. And Aaron May, I know this win's going to be big for him as he's in his home state. He's going to go wire to wire and lead all 60 laps. Aaron May is going to win here at Hickory. And Jeremy Beauchamp actually got around Wyatt Blair there at the end, so moved him up to 2nd place. And he's going to get around Wyatt Blair, but it's going to be Aaron May to victory lane for the 5th time in his Rebel Valley career and his first win on a short track. Aaron, once you're done with your burnout, I want to go ahead and get an interview from you in the interviews channel on our Rebel Valley Discord page. It's a good spot to park it. Well, it was a good spot to park it, but go ahead and head over to the interviews channel and we'll get an interview with you in just a few seconds. I want to go back and watch this battle for 2nd place right at the end with Wyatt Blair and Jeremy Beauchamp. All right, let's go back to the battle for 2nd here. This was on the white flag. You see Wyatt Blair is going to try to wall ride to work his way into 2nd place. It did not work, and Jeremy Beauchamp was able to hold on for 2nd. Nice recovery there for Beauchamp. He's going to get 2nd ahead of the number 29 of Wyatt Blair. All right, we're going to head over to our Discord, and we're going to get an interview here with Aaron May in the number 10, who's going to go to victory lane for the 5th time in his career. It's 1 second here. All right, I'm going to go ahead and wait this out. All right, while we continue to wait for our race winner here to for our race interview, we'll go over the race results, and as soon as I say that, he joins. All right, Aaron May, this is Ryan Wayne in the booth. You got a copy? All right, let me go ahead and just a few things real quick before I go ahead and start the interview. It's like something's not messing up here with Discord. Okay, Aaron May, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Go ahead.
All right, so congratulations on your win. I know this was one race you definitely wanted to win at your home track at Hickory. You led all 60 laps tonight. Talk about the setup and how the car handled tonight.
The car itself was loose the whole entire time. Like, if you overdrove it by a little bit, you would snap and spin out. That's what happened to whoever was in third place with like a couple laps into the race. You know what happened to him? He just pushed it a little too hard and snapped and spun out. But I was able to keep my car in one piece, not overdrive it, and come away with the win.
Well, that was interesting to hear. Do you think this race would have been a little bit more entertaining if we had a little bit more drivers in, or how did you think this race was overall?
I believe if we would have had more guys in here, it would have been a lot more stiffer competition and a lot more closer racing, sort of say. So I think, yeah, more racers would have definitely made it better.
All right, one final question for you before I sign off for the night. Do you want to give any shout outs or any shout outs before we sign off?
Shout out to you for the host.
All right, and that'll be it. Congratulations to Aaron May as he's going to come away with career win number 5 here in the series. Thank you, Aaron, for the interview.
Yep.
All right, that'll be it here for our races tonight. Congratulations to Ryan Rose for his first career win and Aaron May for his 5th career win here in Rebel Valley. We had a Western North Carolina invasion tonight with Rockingham and Hickory. Turnout was not the best, but I thought the racing was really solid tonight. We had 1 caution combined in the 2 races for 110 laps, so I'd say that's pretty great for the most part. So I want to thank everyone to tuning in for tonight's races. Not sure when the next race will be. Keep in touch with the Rebel Valley Discord in the Race of the Day channel or on the posts on the Speed Demon Racing YouTube channel. And that'll be where I'll post the races that you will see. So thank you for coming out to tonight's races. Congratulations once again to Ryan Rose and Aaron May. And I will see you guys next time. See you later, guys.